My name is Maureen, and I'm your worship associate this morning. Our opening words come to us from Kimberly Ann Tomasic Carlson, a place of belonging and caring. It's not by chance that you arrived here today. You have been looking for something larger than yourself. Inside of you, there's a yearning, a calling, a hope for more, a desire for a place of belonging. Through your struggles, someone has nurtured you into being, instilling a belief in a shared purpose, a common yet precious resource. That belongs to all of us when we share. And so you began seeking a beloved community, a people that does not put fences around love, a community that holds its arms open to the possibilities of love, a heart home to nourish your soul and share your gifts. Welcome home. Welcome to worship.
Good morning. So great to have our choir back. Welcome to Minnesota Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. My name is Linda Hayen, and I serve this congregation as your Board of Trustees Chair. You are welcome here, however old or young you are, wherever you were born and grew up, whoever your ancestors were, and in whatever religious tradition you were raised. You are welcome here, whatever your gender and whoever you love. You're welcome with whatever abilities and limitations you have. We invite you to bring your whole self. Whether this is your first time here or you have been with us for many years, your presence is a gift to us, and we are glad you're here. We hope you'll be glad you came and that you will welcome others. After the service, everyone is invited to share refreshments and conversation in the social hall downstairs. We look forward to this chance to make new friends and renew old acquaintances. And I have a message from Maria, who is our Children, Youth, and Families Ministry person. Sorry, I can't remember the exact title. The nursery preschool room is open today. Children of all ages are welcome in the service as well, especially for our water celebration today, and they are welcome every week. There are also toys and color sheets available in the sanctuary and in the back lobby. Thank you.
Please join me in this morning's chalice reading, Thirsty by Gregory Pelley. And so we gather from the ebb and flow of our lives, thirsty for connection to ourselves, thirsty for connection to others, thirsty for connection to larger life. As we light this chalice, may all who gather here be filled with joy and hope, filled with compassion and love. Here may we be filled, so that we may pour ourselves out into the world.
Our opening hymn today is Come, Come, Whoever You Are. We'll sing this one time in unison and 2 times in a round. I'll be joined by Mary Tuttle and Jody Gray to lead each section. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no yet again of despair. Ours is no whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
We arrive here today, as we do every Sunday, with both joys and sorrows in our hearts. And one of the many promises that we make to each other here in this beloved community is that we will both help celebrate the joys and help bear the sorrows. I'll begin our time of sharing by acknowledging the heavy and heartbreaking events in our nation over the last week. Our hearts are with all those who are impacted. If you have a brief personal joy or sorrow to share today and are in the room with us physically, we invite you to raise your hand and an usher will bring you the microphone. If you are with us online and have a joy or sorrow to share, we invite you to tap it into the chat and I will check in with Richard to make sure we include those.
Hi, Don Myrie. Bruce Healy had knee replacement on Wednesday and was home again before noon on Friday. So we're hoping for a swift recovery.
My joy is I'm going to the apple orchard today.
I'm Leslie McNeil, and my joy is that I'm back here after 6 weeks being gone. I had hand surgery, and now I can finally drive, and it's very weird trying to integrate back in after being gone so long. So anyway, that's my joy, and that's a concern. I have a neighbor who lives in my building who has gone into assisted living. She's 90 years old and she has this senior dog who's maybe, I think, 12. She's a little Shih Tzu, and obviously she couldn't take her dog with her, so we're trying to find a home for this little girl. She's a very sweet dog, doesn't bark, just, very loving. So if anybody is interested in taking in a senior dog, please let me know.
Hi, I'm Linda. About 3 weeks ago, I asked for prayers that my niece would sell her home, and she actually sold it last week, so thank you. Hi, I'm Chris. We found out, my husband and I found out last weekend that we're going to be a great aunt and uncle for the second time. We have a little niece, a great niece, and now she's going to be a big sister to a little brother.
Hi, my name is Maribeth, and those of you who've been around for a while probably saw that I used to come with my husband who passed away January 23rd. And so I'm in the grieving process. And on top of that, I have to move. So it's overwhelming because I'm doing it by myself. I'm trying to find somebody who can drive with me. It could be a wonderful experience for you to drive across country from Minneapolis to Washington State, and maybe you have relatives in Washington State or Oregon or someplace on the West Coast that you could visit, and I would pay for your flight back here to your home. So I need somebody like that. I also need somebody to help me pack. It's just an overwhelming thing for me to do by myself. My son, I'm going to live with my son in the state of Washington and my 5 grandchildren, so that's a joy that I'm looking forward to. But meanwhile, I've got this humongous task to do. And so if anybody can help with anything related to moving, please come and speak to me after the service. Thank you.
When are you going?
I'm planning to leave September 30th, or between the 27th and the 30th of September, I'm planning to leave. Thank you.
I have both a sorrow and a joy, so I'll start with the sorrows so we can finish on the high note. The sorrow is we had to say goodbye to one of our beloved 3 dogs last month, Harper, due to lymphoma. What was almost a sorrow this past week is that we thought we were going to have to say goodbye to one of our remaining dogs, Gracie, because we thought she had had a stroke. Apparently, so this is my PSA to everybody who has a dog. It's apparently very uncommon for dogs to actually have strokes. So if you know of anyone, or if you ever have a dog that you think has had a stroke, it's unlikely that's the case, and it's far more likely that it's vestibular disease, which will correct itself in a matter of days. So we went from having scheduled her euthanasia to a few days later, she is back to her old self. She couldn't walk. She had lost use of her legs. Her head was like it was. I won't go into all the details, but it was very, very upsetting. So to have this, what is ultimately such a gift, it feels like she is the dog. She's 13 and a half, and she's the dog who just keeps on trucking along. So we are grateful, and Chris says no to the Shih Tzu, but I was like looking at her. I was like, old dog, you know. So, sorry, I tried.
I think if I took the Shih Tzu, my cat, who's 19, would just drop dead on the spot. So otherwise I would consider it.
Hello, Anthony DeLaza here, and I just wanted to share that we are actually in the process of buying a house here in Bloomington, and we were looking forward to moving here. However, our seller is being problematic, so any well wishes to make it faster would be very much appreciated. Thank you.
Richard, do we have any online joys or sorrows? We have one.
It's from Kathy. Ruth Keeley had a knee replacement Wednesday, came home Friday. Her son is staying with her to help her out. She is seeing small improvements, but said it would be great if she didn't have to stand or walk anymore.
I'm Jody Gray, and I have 2 joys to share. One was thanks to our service auction from the spring. A group of us went on a guided tour of the Minnesota State Capitol yesterday with former Secretary of State Mark Ritchie, and it was phenomenal and wonderful, and so beautiful, and it was wonderful. The second one is that I raised monarchs again this summer, and if they all make it, I have a bunch of chrysalises at the moment, it'll be 52 this year. So.
Holding a sorrow in my heart for a colleague who lost their newborn child after 3 days.
I don't see any others, so I will just acknowledge that in addition to the joys and sorrows that have been named, I am sure there are some that are not ready yet to be shared or may never need to be shared, but which we carry in the silent sanctuary of our hearts, and we acknowledge those as well. Please join me in the sun response. Words for our centering space this morning come from Elizabeth Lerner McLean. As drops of rain that find each other and build to become a track, a rivulet, a stream, a river, a sea, so are we drawn together. So are we fortunate to find each other. So are we bound together on this shared passage toward an unknown ocean and eternity. I have just a couple of brief announcements this morning. One comes from Steve Vincent, who is our interim chair of hospitality. He says, if you're interested, there will be a chance after today's service to sign up to serve with our hospitality program. Join and you'll learn the mysteries of brewing coffee in oversized carafes, greeting people as they arrive, and passing the mic around during joys and concerns. So please see Steve if you're interested. And importantly, 2 weeks from today, on September 28th, we are hosting a concert here by guitarist David Rogers, who plays in a wide range of genres. Admission is pay what you can, but with a suggested donation of $15 per person. For those of you who are on Facebook, we encourage you to go to the MVUUF Facebook page and find the event announcement there and share it on your own page to spread the word to our wider community. That Sunday will also be our first plant-based potluck of the fellowship year, which I understand is a beloved tradition here. So start thinking about what you'd like to bring that day. Generosity is one of the spiritual qualities that we aspire to, and one of the practices we nurture in this community. With our offering each Sunday, we give of our resources to support the work of this congregation. We know, of course, that giving financially is only one of the ways that we support that work. We do it too with our time and with our talents, including the musical talents that have already been named as a blessing this morning. All of those are necessary for the vital work we do for each other and for the wider community. We donate half of our collection every Sunday to support one of our community partners, organizations who are in alignment with our values, and these recipients are chosen by SARJ, the Social Action and Racial Justice Committee. For September, our sharing partner is the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee, or MIRAC, which is an all-volunteer, grassroots, multiracial, and multinational immigrant rights mass movement organization. MIRAC fights for legalization for all, an end to immigration raids and deportation, an end to all anti-immigrant laws, and full equality in all areas of life. You can give in person as baskets are brought around, or online using either the QR code, which will be on the screen and is on the printed order of service, or by using the donate online link on our website. Please give as generously as you are able.
We carry bags with us throughout the week for many reasons. Whether your bag is a backpack that carries academic supplies, a bag that carries a laptop, a purse that carries necessities, or any other kind of bag, if you have it with you and you would like it blessed, please bring it forward here and stand in the front with it, or send it forward with a helper. And Lydia, I already brought your backpack up here so that you can demonstrate where to come stand. Can you come stand and grab your bag? And then anybody else who wants to come forward too. Dade, I have yours too. Yeah, so bring it forward, come stand up here and hold it open because we're gonna bless it. And if there's not space up here, there's definitely space where Nicole was standing earlier down in front too. You can come behind me too, there's space here. But River, let's. Okay, for the blessing then, we're going to add something to your bag, but don't worry, it won't add any weight and it won't take up any room. Would any of you like to have some of our congregation's love to take with you to school or to work or on your travels? Yes. If you feel love here on Sundays, wouldn't it be nice to know that there's love with you every day of the week? Yes. Let's do that now. So now I'm going to invite you all who are helping me give the blessing to do a little playful action. So we're going to search in our pockets, grab out some love, bundle it up from wherever it comes from, maybe your heart. Make a nice little pillow out of it. And are you ready? You're holding open your bags, and we're going to throw in that love. Yay, thank you. Go. Your bag might not look any different or feel any different, but next time you use it, I hope that you'll recall we've added our blessings. Remember that the Spirit of life is with you at work and at school. This congregation cares about what happens to you at work and at school. If you need more love and care, you can come ask us for more. All right, I'll invite you to go back and have a seat, and I'll continue a few more words. Can you stop 1 second? I forgot to hand you my special thing. Oh, Reverend Diana, you brought your backpack up for your doctoral studies too. I love that. So the bag tag is our logo and website, and it has a flower with our UU values written on each petal. In the new church year, may we unpack the heavy weight of stories that tell us you are unworthy and unloved. May we remember that we each carry inside us a spark of the divine. May we carry kindness, gentleness, and hope that hold us through even the hardest days and the most daunting risks. May we carry the weight of memory that reminds us of who we are and the weight of spirit that reminds us who we are still becoming. May we carry the seeds of knowledge that teaches us that improvement and growth aren't linear and individualistic, but cyclical and communal. May we carry the wisdom to seek rest and connection, to lean into mutual care. May we carry the certain belief that we have patterns of thinking and behaving that harm ourselves and others. May we seek resources that will help us move toward healing. May we carry the knowledge that happiness and success take many shapes, and one of those shapes is purpose. May we carry purpose lightly, trusting that it changes, evolves, and surprises us. May we carry curiosity, wonder, and the ability to be surprised. This year, may we carry space for all our flaws, our longings, and our love, remembering that truly daring adventure of life is not to be better, best, but to show up wholly, authentically, lovingly as ourselves. May we carry these prayers and carry each other into the new year. And if you didn't get a bag tag and you want one, please let me know after.
Some of my favorite worship services are those when we gather as a full community of all ages, as we have this morning. A congregation always feels most complete to me when the children and youth are present. Some of you have probably already heard me say, even though it's only been about 6 weeks since I got here, that one of the things I cherish about faith communities is that they are one of the places left in our society that are truly multi-generational, as more and more places have become age-specific silos. This is a place where people of all ages come together to make and to sustain a beloved community in which we all give and receive precious gifts to and from each other, including that love that you all made little pillows of and sent into our bags. Later this morning, we will do that symbolically with our water communion ritual in not very many minutes. I still remember the adults who were part of my congregational community as a child after my parents found Unitarian Universalism when I was in grade school. Some of those adults were unknowing contributors to the fact that I stand before you today as a minister. They welcomed me into the family-like community of the Second Unitarian Church of Omaha, Nebraska, and into the larger community of Unitarian Universalism. It is my hope that here and in all of our congregations, we continue to offer that welcome equally to people of all ages. I especially enjoy those multi-generational services that mark a special time of year, whether that's Christmas or Easter, major celebrations that we share with other faith traditions, or whether it's for one of our special Unitarian Universalist celebrations like the water ceremony in the fall or the flower ceremony in the spring. The water ceremony, sometimes also called water celebration, water ritual, water communion, depending on your location, is often part of a service called ingathering, as it is today, or homecoming. And it is a gathering in, a coming home to this community to begin a new congregational year. In the fall, we gather together to reconnect with this beloved community and with each other. We, of course, many of us have seen each other during the summer as well, but we tend to be more scattered than we are once the fall begins. This is our faith home. And just like we have probably all heard that it's important for families to sit down together at dinner and reconnect after their days apart at work and school, it's important for us to reconnect to each other, both through this annual ritual after we've been apart to varying degrees over the summer and on Sunday mornings throughout the year. This connection is important for those new to our community as well as those who have been part of it for years, perhaps even since birth. It is often poignant for the new members and friends among us, those of you for whom today is the first time you will participate in this ritual with us. If today is one of your first times here, I extend a special welcome to you and hope that you will find a home with us. Many new Unitarian Universalists describe feeling like they came home when they first found one of our congregations. This speaks to the comfort that comes from finding a community of people with values in common, whether or not the details of our personal theologies are a perfect match. A community where we feel welcome from our first moments in the building, where we are welcome even when we haven't lived up to our own expectations, where we are welcomed back even after long absences. That sense of coming home when arriving here can be what keeps our youth coming back even when they have many competing activities. It's what brings some Unitarian Universalist young adults back to our congregations even after time away for college or in the busyness of their first years in the workforce after graduation. We come home time and again to where our spirits feel welcome and loved. What does it mean that this is a home to us? It doesn't mean we have to behave like a family. There are things we have in common with families, and also ways in which we are too big and have too different a reason for coming together for that family model to work. In fact, sometimes a chosen family like this community can be stronger or more welcoming than a biological family, because here we are together not by chance, but by choice. This is particularly true in our covenantal faith, where it is our promise to journey together and treat each other in accordance with our values that keeps us in community with each other week after week and year after year. Sometimes a home is a refuge, a place where we can retreat from the stresses that we encounter elsewhere in our lives. For some, unfortunately, their literal home is not that refuge, but a home like this can be. Even for those of us whose homes are a place of comfort, this community can offer something more, something deeper. I know that for me, after a week in which my heart is often broken by what I see happening in the world, being together in service with you is a balm to my weary spirit. I hope that you experience that here too. And yet, home is ideally also a place where we are both challenged and encouraged to be our best selves, perhaps even to be better, stronger, braver than we believe we can be. Home, wherever we find it, is where people believe in us and reflect to us what they see in us. May this be such a place, and may we be those people. Amen, and blessed be. Before we merge our waters, let us listen to this prayer by Renee Zemelis-Ruhotsky, which connects the history of this ritual to the present and future of our faith. She writes, "It was at a gathering of white women when this gathering of the waters first came to pass. White women in a second wave of gender self-awareness, awakening, connecting, making new meaning, shifting the old ethos. The solidarity of these white women was reflected in the waters each brought, waters that became a liquid harmony of each sweet voice and intention. Today, we gather as a community of humans in a new wave of gender and racial awareness, awakening, connecting, making new meaning, shifting the old ethos. Today, we seek more than solidarity and harmony. We seek inclusion. We seek mutuality. We seek reconciliation. We seek justice for all people. Today, may our gathering of the waters reflect the gathering of our collective courage in service of the grace and love that is promised by our liberal faith." In light of Renee's words, I invite us to be especially attentive to how we perform this ritual today. This ritual is done in many different ways in many different places, and I understand from my predecessor here, Reverend Laura, that you are flexible people and willing to try new things. So we're going to try something that may or may not be new to you, because this is my first water service with you, so it may be old hat or it may be new. But for the moment, we're going to set aside where the water came from and even what it meant to you when you collected it. I invite you to share those stories with each other during coffee hour, because I already know that you love to hear each other's stories. I love to hear them too. But this morning in our service, in this ritual, we're going to use it as an opportunity for a little bit of reflection or meditation. What I'd like us all to do is to consider that this water that each of us brings, and I'll talk in a minute about the pitchers if you're like me and sometimes leave your water at home, this water actually represents each individual one of us returning to this beloved community to begin a New Year's ministry together. And so I invite us each to consider what we hope to bring to this community in the year ahead. What gift are you making of yourself this year? I invite you to think of a word that sums that up for you, perhaps love or justice or joy or community. And if on this particular day, it does not feel like you have anything to offer, if what you are bringing is heartbreak or loneliness or pain, your water can represent that too. All of that is welcome here. Nicole found us a beautiful song for the choir to sing as we engage in this ritual. And so as we bring our water forward, I'm inviting each of us to listen to the music and to hold that word or phrase in a meditative spirit, and then to add your water in silence to the bowl. If you do not have water that you brought with you today, either because you are here with us for the first time, in which case welcome, welcome, and you didn't know to bring any, or because you had some ready and left it at home, as I have often done over the years. Many a year, my container stayed on my dining room table while I came to the congregation. If either of those things are true for you, we invite you to pour just a small splash from one of the pitchers on the table so that we leave water for anybody else who may need some. So I will begin, and then I'll invite you all to come up and join me. We'll give the choir a moment to get settled. To make this go as logistically smoothly as we can, I'm going to ask that you come up this aisle, put your water in, and go down that aisle, even if it means you have to go back around to get to your seat, and that will hopefully prevent any traffic jams. that bowl now contains what I think of as our Unitarian Universalist version of holy water. I say that not to be sacrilegious. That water is made sacred by our gathering it together, by our blessing it with our love as we blessed backpacks earlier, and by the way that it symbolizes our beloved community. We, Unitarian Universalists, see each life as sacred, and thus one of the most sacred things that we can do is share our lives with others. In the year ahead, perhaps some of this water that we have gathered today will be used in blessings. The dedication of new children into the congregation, or blessings requested by those who are ill or dying. Next fall, we will gather again, and it has been my tradition, so we may try this out here, that the ritual will begin with some remainder of water from today. In that way, the circle continues on and on, just as this congregation does. Longer than any one of us will be a part of it, it will be here for us and for those who join us and those who follow us, to find a home, to find a refuge, to find a place where we and they can join together in the service of something larger than ourselves. May it be so.
We're thrilled to unveil today the brand new virtual UU hymnal, which is a living, breathing collection of music that reflects our evolving values, voices, and visions. This digital resource opens new doors for inclusive worship, collaborative creativity, and intergenerational connection. Today, we are introducing the song Coming Home by Sherry Woodbury. Sherry serves as minister of the Omaha, Nebraska Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. For this time, I'll sing the first time through as an introduction and invite you all to join me, singing an additional 2 times as written through with the repeats. Home.
join me in the words of our chalice extinguishing. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. As we prepare to leave our hour together, may we continue to celebrate this fellowship, to which we bring our whole selves, joining together in a beautiful community enriched by the presence of every single one of us. May it be so.